Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day. Hello, anywhere you are in the world, or rather, anytime you are now listening to this podcast. It's Victor James again, and this is Conversations. Actually, I'm supposed to always bring people on this podcast and converse with people because one of the major reasons why I set it up was that I noticed that I one of the things I enjoy most in life, maybe after music, is maybe after football too, is conversation. I s- Sometimes I sit down. People find it weird when I sit down listening to programs, TV programs where they are not. It's not a film. It's not a movie. It's nothing. But people are talking, be talking about whatever, talking about life, talking about, but just talking. Where a lot of people spend time to watch the 90 minutes of football, I spend a lot of time watching the preview, the discussion before, the discussions after. So yeah, and I started having discussions with people when I was quite young. I think it started from how people would say that when they grow up, they would when they marry and they have their house. Intending couples would discuss and say, we are not going to take people to our home. We are not going to allow too many people to stay with us and all that. The family, my family, my dad and my mom, where I grew up, it was absolute opposite of this. I think I would even call my mom and dad and my siblings to sit down and count the number of people that have lived with us from when I was conscious. I'm sure it would be. If I want to underrate it, I would just say I'll put the number at 20 or maybe 15. That's underrating because even as I'm talking, a lot of new images of people is popping. A lot of they are popping in my mind. So, one advantage of that, of course, it would have disadvantages. One of the disadvantages is that when I was growing up, uh, I was the one that was washing plates. Um, at a time of my life when I was the one washing plates. I'm not kidding you when I say that sometimes when these plates are arranged, it will be as if cars are queuing to buy fuel at a petrol station. Sincerely, I'm talking fact here. People plates of people that the plates that we eat, especially if we eat maybe food that would require soup in another plate. Most of these plates we have cover because when you take the food to the person wants to eat, then you cover it. Now that is two plates. The soup too we have cover. That's why those times when they say I should carry food, I should take the food when my mom finish cooking and say, take the food to your uncle's. Sometimes I don't want to cover it because that cover that you are covering now, you are just wasting. You are just giving me extra work. So anyway, so really sometimes there are 14 people. I think there was a time when I counted actually. Were 11 in my house. So that's 11 times 2 now, that's 22. Then if it's soup, plus another. Anyway, so that was what that's if you want to say that's a disadvantage, I'm just being funny. The advantage, however, is this of this kind of growing up upbringing that I had is immense. Till today, I reap different benefits, and one of them is this podcast. So at this time, I was like 10 years old, 11. But those my uncles, they were, I think they were older than me with 7 years, maybe 10. Now, anything they are talking about, I was 11. I would sit down there. I would listen. In fact, I would contribute. I was just 11. This continued for a long time. I now realized that lifestyle actually made a time jump in my brain, in my mind, so that I could relate to things that were not happening to me even before they happened to me. And therefore, when I got to a stage of my life where these things happened, it was as if I had experiences to call upon. So conversations are fantastic, and that is why I set up this. I tried to. I decided that I would do this. I would try as much as possible to converse with people, and then I think last year I talked with somebody, a friend, and we talked for about 3 hours into like 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Like we're just discussing about life, about choices, about career, about relationships. The gems that we come across from him and from me too, the words of wisdom. I wish then that I had my microphone, though I plan to go back and visit him and reenact that conversation. So I think conversations with people is a way to broaden your own wisdom, your own knowledge, and add to your experiences because you are gaining, you are adding their experiences to yours. So that is the purpose of this podcast. In any case, today uh, I want to talk about one of the most profound poems that has been written ever. So I don't know if you read poems. You don't have to be a literary person. You don't have to be a literature student to read poems. One advantage of poem is that they are short. So if you're a fast reader like me, you can finish a poem in maybe 11 seconds, 15 seconds. But you spend time to think about it. It's much like the Bible. You read, then you think, meditate. That is when you get the essence of what you have read. So, The Road Not Taken, which is the title of this episode, is a poem that was written by Robert Frost. I think these guys wrote these poems, I'm sure, in 1919 something, 1910, 1911, like very long ago. So let me read it to you in the first reading. So, The Road Not Taken, poem by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow road. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. And sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then I took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for the passing there, though as for that, these poets, the old poets, they do not observe all the necessary punctuations. Though as for that, the passing there, I'd warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh someday, somewhere ages and ages ends. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So let me just put this in lay terms. So you must, no, I think that we can all relate. We would all relate with this. You are standing in front of a path. Let's say there's a bushy road and you need to move forward. So you look at one path here, one path that is like a junction that leads into two different ways. In fact, it doesn't have to be a bushy road, it can be a road, a tarred road. But this one leads here. You don't know what lay behind these roads. But one leads here. So you got to the junction, and then you are thinking, should I take the left or the right? Mostly those are the two choices. Should I go here or should I go here? Should I take medicine or law? Should I join art students or read sciences? Should I marry him or marry her? Should I be friends with him or be friends with her? Should I marry this lady or marry that lady? Should I uninstall this app or hold on to it? Should I read my Bible or scroll through social media first? Should I write this and post it on my status or wait a while? Should I answer her or keep silent? two roads diverged in a wood. There is a line there that is profound. He says that he said that when he chose the road, he decided eventually decided that he was going to take, let's say, the right road, the road on the right side of him at that time. He said he knows, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I could ever come back. That is it. And this is the crust of what I want to talk about, or what I am already talking about today. A singular act of taking the road on the right, you can hardly come back. You can hardly come back and say, oh, let me retrace my step and go and take the one on the left. Why? Road leads to road. 4 years later, you have taken another road inside that road, another road inside the one, inside the other road, another road inside raised to power 4, inside raised to power 10, raised to power 30. By the time you are 70, at the last chapters of your life, and looking back, you have actually taken roads raised to power probably 100, but it started for that one road on the right. Good consequences. If you take a road in life and then things do not go well, as often as men do, humans, the next thing to say is, oh, I should have taken the other road. Oh, I should have married the other person. Oh, I should have done that course. Oh, I should have studied that career. Oh, I should not have traveled at all. Because the road you do not take always seem more attractive. The grass is always greener on the other side. Those who took the road on your left, they are also sitting somewhere and say, oh, I should have taken the road on the right. Oh, I should not have. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and that, my people, and that, oh ye listener, is life. When we're 16, generally, at the age of 16, we became thrust upon with the choice of what course would I study, which university would I choose. Many of us choose courses at the whim, or we followed our friends, or maybe we had dreams. And now here we are. A few men, less than 2% of every applicant, would go back after graduation to restudy, to choose a new course. They retrace steps backwards. And now, start again. But you can never remove the experiences. You can never delete what you have already gained. What then should we do? When you are on the road of life, as you are on the road of life, in choices you make, you have to consider it. Is this what I want to do? When I do this, 5 years later, would I look back in regret? If you can already anticipate regret even before you took the first step, you have to stop. You have to rethink. In 2014, I had a decision to make of choosing. I wanted to do master's degree. I was certain about the master's degree. That was the road I had already decided to take. But now the sub-road, which university should I take? I was divided between the University of Ibadan and University of Benin. So as I would do, as one who believes in God, I went to pray about it. I felt I felt that I was led to choose University of Benin. At the end of the day, I spent 4 years in University of Benin pursuing a master's degree that should have lasted 1 single year. I failed no course. I was one of the top students. I failed no course. But by human mistakes, by human architecture, They dragged my program to 2 years. They said that it was no problem. It was a maximum of 2 years anyway. They dragged it to 3 years. They said there is something that I had. They dragged it to, I paid for school fees. I used 4 years of my life. Now, the question came from people and from myself, of course, as a reasonable man being. Did I make a mistake going on this yellow road? Should I have taken the road that leads or that led to University of Ibadan? I didn't bother to answer. Why? When I took the road I took, I weighed all the balances, all the pros and cons. I thought deeply with the small wisdom that I've been given, and I prayed to my God, and I chose that road. Give me a chance to redo this 4 more times, 4 lifetimes away from now, I would still arrive there because that was what I believe to be the right. Regret, be careful with it. Regret can be a clog. It is always, in fact, a clog that will not sometimes make you move forward. You have taken a step, of course, if you can go back. Time is of essence. You can still go back. If you decide you have read a course and then you want to switch over to where everybody goes now, IT, why not? Take a certification, learn, buy laptop, spend 2 years and do that and jump, make a jump, horizontal jump in your career. But there is no regret about what you have done. 2 things to take home. When making decisions, you have to be careful. You have to rethink whether trivial or serious decisions. You have to think. Don't make them quickly at the whim of the moment. Think. And then, once you have done them, you can make a change later, but do not let regret kill you. Who knows what would have happened if you had taken the road on the left? Cheer up. Cheer up. You have time. You are not dead yet. The road not taken always seems attractive in imagination, but in reality, it is not so. You have chosen a road. Make the best of it. And if you want to switch, good luck to you. Thank you very much. Have a lovely life.